Assalamualaikum. I am so excited because I have a guest with me today, and we're going to talk about American English versus British English. So I'm going to bring her up. Her name is Nasyeela Dzulkifli. So let's see. Sheila, how are you?
Yes. Hi, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, I am so happy to have you because we are going to talk about American versus British English. And I've chosen you as my guest. So tell me what
Right.
you do and how did you get the American accent?
Right. I used to be an English lecturer. What I'm doing now, basically, I'm a trainer and I focus mainly on workplace English, presentation skills, business English, and even some vocal coaching as well. So, where did I pick it up? Maybe, yes, in the United States. I followed my dad when I was young, uh, a long time ago, quite a long time ago. And
Mhm.
I've been there throughout my primary and elementary years, if you will. And
Yeah.
because I have a twin sister, so when I came back, it kind of stuck with me and I couldn't shake it off. Yeah, so
Wow.
I picked it up when I was there, quite a young age when I was there. So it's been with me since then.
Wow, that's wonderful. A little bit like me as well, with my story, how I picked up the British
Yes.
accent. I grew up in the UK, and then when we met each other, it was back in UAE, and I was like really surprised that this girl, she wears tudung and she speaks with a thick American accent. I was like, okay, I have to get to know her.
Same, like when I heard you, like, is she a walking British girl, but she's all donned with a hijab and everything.
All right, that's why I think you're the perfect person to teach
Thank
us
you.
uh,
An
American
honor.
English. And then we're going to compare it to British English. And I'm also going to ask you questions at the end. So we have 20 words to get through. We're going to teach our listeners the differences between American versus British English. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. All right. 20 words to get through. Okay. So now I've got a list. It's called British English. So the first five words, I'm going to go through. The first word is mum, M-U-M, it's like mother. How would the American English say it?
Okay, Zima, for this word, I would say mom. The Americans would pronounce it mom with an
And how do
R.
you spell it? How do you spell it?
M-O-M. It's spelled M-O-M.
Mom. Okay, mum.
Mom.
All right. The second word is football, the sport that you play.
Hmm.
Football.
For
American
this
English.
word, the Americans would call it soccer instead of
Mm,
football.
so
Soccer.
soccer. So when you watch football game with your husband, I don't know if you watch it, you call it soccer?
Yeah, but then I have to like remind myself, please call it football or I'll be judged. Like, okay, soccer's that way. We're watching football now.
Okay, all right. The
Yeah.
third word is wardrobe, which is the place where you put your clothes. Americans?
The Americans would call this word closet,
Mm,
Closet. So we don't
okay.
say wardrobe, we call it closet.
All right. And there's a movie, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but you
Hmm.
understand it as closet. Closet.
Yes, we well deduce it from context, definitely the same thing, but it's pronounced wardrobe, whereas we say it closet. Yeah.
Okay. So inside the wardrobe, there would be trousers, which are in American English would be
Pants. Yes, we call them pants instead of trousers.
pants. I think I use
Yeah.
pants as well. I think Malaysians, we use pants more than trousers. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I think in that case, because we're exposed to both English
Mm,
here in Malaysia, so
right.
we use it interchangeably as well.
Okay. The fifth category is junk food. So biscuits, you guys would say that as
Cookies.
ooh, cookies.
Yeah,
Okay.
cookies. Who put their hands in the cookie jar?
All right, that's nice.
Hmm.
Crisps. Chris, can you tell us what's crisps in American English?
Crisps. In American, for Americans, we call it potato chips. Yeah,
Okay.
potato chips.
All right. What about we have chips as well? Chips. I mean, let's look at what Americans how would they say that?
Right. So the British would call it chips. We would call it French fries. The Americans would call it French fries. Like you have your fish and chips,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
the chips, yeah, it's French fries.
exactly. And I think that for Malaysians, we use fries more than chips. Chips
Yes, exactly. Because there's
exclusively.
more fast food here, and they originate from America. So
Oh,
fries, you want that with fries. So yeah, kind of like, influence the way we say chips as well. So
yeah.
Malaysians would call it fries more.
Okay. The last word
Hmm.
for junk food, sweets.
Yep, and Americans would call it candy.
Candies. Oh, right. Yeah.
Candy.
That one.
Yes,
That's good.
candies.
Okay. The next set of words, trolley, is something that you bring to a supermarket. And what would you bring instead?
Yep, cart.
Mm,
CART. So we
okay.
push the cart around the supermarket.
All right. So British English is trolley. And then number 7, holiday. We go on a holiday. What about you guys?
Yeah, we go on vacations.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8, something that we all sit on. It would be sofa. That's the common
Hmm.
word. And you guys
Right?
would say,
Americans would sit on a couch.
okay.
Couch. Hmm.
All right. Number 9, angry. Angry. We all know what angry means. But
Yeah.
you guys say it differently.
Yeah, when you're angry, we're mad.
Right. Is that
Yeah, we
extra
say mad.
angry or extra angry? Or is mad is
We're
mad?
furious then.
Okay.
Extra mad. Really mad.
Because what we
Yeah.
understand by from the word mad, it's different
Mhm.
from your understanding when we use mad.
Yeah, your mad would be our crazy or just insane.
Okay, all right. Okay, so crazy would be mental for British English, and we've
Yeah,
heard
that
that.
you meant exactly.
All right. Okay. Number 11, when we go to the cinema, we want to watch movies. What do
Hmm.
you guys say?
We're going to the movies tonight, so we call it the movies.
All right. Number 12 is ill. When I'm not feeling well, I'm ill.
Yeah. So Americans would just say we're sick.
Mm,
SICK, sick.
you're sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 13 is something that you fill in when you need the car to run. So what would you fill it with?
Yep. Gas. You would call it petrol, and we would say gas. Going to the gas station. I need
Mm,
to fill up my gas.
right. So ours is
Hmm.
petrol. What about we have public toilet, or the toilet. We just make it simple. I want to go to the toilet, but you guys
Yeah.
say something else. I like this one.
Yeah. It's the restroom.
Mhm.
Restroom. So public toilet, we go to the restroom.
Right. And then so once you're inside the restroom, you do sit on the
Toilet.
toilet. Okay. But
Yes.
our understanding is toilet is
We
the
don't,
whole thing.
yeah, we don't refer to the, WC as the public toilet, just straight old restroom.
Okay.
Mm,
What about this word lift, Lift, when we go, let's say, a shopping mall, when we go get to the second floor, third floor, we take the
yeah.
lift.
And
What
we
we
would take the elevator.
all right, okay.
Elevator.
A longer word for us
A
then.
longer word, yeah.
Okay. Okay, number 16, when we talk about staff of a university, we mean the people who work at the university, but you call it
Hmm. The faculty.
okay, faculty members,
Exactly.
I think,
The
right?
faculty members, exactly.
Okay, number 17, something you throw your rubbish. So we call it dustbin or rubbish bin.
And we would call it either a garbage can or a trash can.
And what do you throw inside that?
Yeah,
You
we
throw
throw trash.
you throw rubbish. Okay.
Rubbish.
Same thing,
We
same
hardly
thing.
call them rubbish.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Rubbish
Mhm.
idea. Rubbish, even that
Rubbish
sound.
idea. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Number 19, we put on the telly or TV. Telly, Tell. But yours is simply
TV. We just say TV.
right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Number 19, this is about spelling.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the S spelling that the British way of spelling is, for example, the word organize or analyze is pronounced as Z, but you spell it with S, but you guys have the
Z spelling. We use Z in words like organize and analyze. So
yeah.
instead of an S there is replaced with a Z.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
We also have S versus C spelling in the word practice as in a verb versus practice with a CE that would be a noun. So I think for you guys,
In American English, practice goes the same for both a noun and a verb. So
hmm,
it's spelled with a C both ways.
wow,
Practice with a C.
it sounds so much more easier, I think. And I guess that's why Malaysians prefer the American spelling, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And easier to just across the board, one
I
spelling for
know.
all.
Exactly. Okay. Now, our 20th word, our last word is the OUR spelling in words like color, COLOUR, and neighbor, our jiran, neighbor,
Mhm.
which NEIGHBOUR, and yours,
Without the U. So neighbor, a color is pronounced COLOR, and neighbor, NEIGHBOR, without the U.
again, very simple, I think, American English. You guys have it much easier than us. So I've got a question for you then. Which variety is used in Malaysia? Is it British English, American English? And can they mix American English and British English words when they speak? What do you think?
Right. So, in Malaysia, I believe that British English is used mainly for schools,
Mm-hmm.
official events, even in government offices, because it's the main accepted form of English, and we were educated by the British before,
Yeah.
right? So it has become the formal type of English used in Malaysia. However, we've been exposed to so many social media, video streamings like YouTube and Netflix that Malaysians have become, sound more and more American these days, even though they spell it with the British English. But conversation wise, they get American and British into the mix together.
I agree with you. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think the younger generation, you hear it from our children as well. They
exactly.
they pick up the American accent. It's easier because of what they watch, and their
Yeah.
role models are probably American cartoons and all. So
Hmm.
can you just give us like a couple of movies that speak the American accent
Yeah,
or
if you were to look at what we've been exposed to, I think Disney movies
yeah.
mainly hail from Hollywood, and they have a lot of American actors who are voice casting, voice actors in Disney movies. For example, Cinderella, Frozen, and Toy Story, which is a popular, beloved animation. We have Tom Hanks and Tim Allen as Woody and the Buzz Lightyear, and we can hear their voices, and they're very American and. These are the ones that we're exposed to, that children are exposed to, and basically any Disney movies, are
Yeah.
very American. Most of them are.
Yes, for the British accents or actors, you can find it in Harry Potter and Lord
Mm.
of the Rings. So yeah, I mean, I can't think of any recent movies. Perhaps Mary Poppins,
Yes,
but
Mary
I guess
Poppins.
that's why it's the American accent that has infiltrated Malaysia, and so it's the more preferred way of speaking among our children, I think, and our
It
students
sounds
as well.
more casual if you look at it, right?
That's what you think. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much, Sheila, for coming in and teaching us all about American accents and all. It's been a
Welcome,
pleasure.
and thank you so much for having me.